lest they forget. It is not for kings, O Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes intoxicating drink, lest they drink and forget the law and pervert the justice of all the afflicted. Proverbs 31, verses 4 and 5. Many years ago, received a parking ticket. I believed I would be able to challenge successfully in court. My wife had gone into labor while I was out of town, but fortunately my mother was in the house at that time and drove her to the hospital. Once the patient had been dropped off, she parked the car on a side street right under a no parking sign. The sign was partially obscured by tree branches. As I waited my turn in court, I heard a teacher admit guilt but plead mercy over his own ticket. He had been waiting for students to come back from the library when his meter expired. The judge dismissed his case. Oh, good, I thought. He's a merciful and understanding man. If he let this man go, he's bound to show mercy for a wife in labor. But it wasn't. It was a mother-in-law that did a stupid, foolish thing. And once again, it didn't happen to me. When my turn came to appear before the judge, I took the same approach as the teacher before me. I know the car was parked illegally, I explained. But my wife was in labor and I was out of town. My mother took her to the hospital and in her haste made a mistake. No. Parking in a doctor's spot in a hospital parking lot, that's a mistake. The judge looked at me for a minute and then declared me guilty. Well, you admitted it. You don't do that. You don't do that to a cop. You don't do that to a judge. I could hardly believe it. Surely my case was more pressing, yet I was stuck paying the full fine. In fairness, the car was parked illegally, but I cannot help but question the judge's perception of the day. Was he thinking clearly? Christians, above all people, should strive to be fair and equitable in their dealings with others. The author of Proverbs warns Lemuel to abstain because he dare not compromise his judgment or mercy for the afflicted. It's a dangerous assumption on the other's part, in my opinion. As kings and priests who will reign with Christ, we owe it to ourselves. Again, more presumption. We owe it to ourselves and our fellow human beings to keep our thinking as sharp as possible. Especially in a world that is described as being drunk on the wine of Babylon. That was blasphemy and idolatry. Come on. But it's just one more good reason to display the character of God to the world. The ideal? When people deal with us, they should leave knowing that God is everything He has ever claimed to be. That's a standard no Christian can meet. But in the meantime, as we deal with others, we should shun things that compromise our capacity for justice and mercy. Not always applicable in everyday life, but the point is sound.